We're here for Swans TV with Sydney Swans reserve coach Henry Playfair. Henry, you played yesterday. Obviously had a long pre-season with 3 wins. How good was it to finally get to round 1 and get that win first up?
Yeah, it was good to finally get out there. 3 practice games, as you said, where we've played pretty well, and we're certainly looking forward to round 1. And it was good to travel to Canberra for the first time this year and play Eastlake on the weekend.
And in the last practice match against GWS, started off a bit slowly.
Yeah.
Similar thing happened yesterday, goalless in the first quarter. What did you say to the guys at quarter time just to keep them focused?
Yeah, I gave them a bit of a rev up. It's the second time I've had to do it this year. I gave them one last week as well. It was really disappointing given that we'd made the start a bit of a focus for our players. As you said, the week before against GWS we were a bit slow, so to do that again was disappointing, and I guess the good thing was that they came out of it and did something about it after quarter time. We played a lot better.
And pretty wet conditions to start the game in. Did that play any part of that?
Not really. We should have been conditioned to play in the wet weather. We certainly mentioned that to the players, that it is wet, and we want to adapt to the conditions well. So I don't think that had a big impact on our poor start. It was more our attack on the footy and our contested ball.
And Nathan Gordon and Dylan McNeil amongst the best players again. How'd you see their game? Yeah,
Nathan was really good. He was one who certainly attacks the ball hard, and he's pretty courageous, and his pressure skills are really good. So it's pleasing for him again. Dylan similar. He was in and under all day and played a lot on ball and did pretty well as well.
And you had Trent Dennis-Lane in the team as a bit of a surprise. He finished the game with 3 goals in about 1 quarter burst. How was his game?
He was okay, yeah. He's, as he said, 3 goals. His first game back from injury. We thought he was going to be out for a lot longer, but he did well to get back in such a short space of time, and good to see him back out there, and he got through pretty well, kicked the 3 goals, and he played pretty well all day.
And a couple of the other senior players in the team, in Jared Moore and Tadhg Kennelly, both returning from injury. How did they get through the game?
Yeah, Jared played 60 minutes, so it was his first game back as well, coming back from an ankle, and started pretty slowly, but a lot better in the second half. So it was probably just about getting some game time into him, and we expect him to step up again next weekend. Tadhg as well is his second game back, and he played 90 minutes of the game, so that's about 90% of the game. And he looked a bit better than last week as well, so he's certainly starting to put his name forward for senior selection.
And one of the top-up players in Kane Murphy had a solid game after a pretty good pre-season as well. How important is it to get the top-up players up and running?
Yeah, it's been fantastic just to have the one squad of top-up players. Last year we sort of pulled them from all different sources, but this year with the Swans Academy we've got them all for the whole year, so we use 8 guys pretty regularly. They understand the way we want to play, and the big thing is they all have a crack. They're all 8 of them have been super over pre-season, and they certainly attacked the ball hard. Kane had a good game on the weekend, but he certainly wasn't the only one. There was James Brain as well as Tim Wales down back. So those guys are going really well and doing everything we ask of them so far.
And this Saturday night against Balconnen at the SCG, must be excited to get back onto the home ground, and you played them in the pre-season, a pretty solid win over them as well. Yeah.
Again, a slow start against them, but it was good to get a win in the practice match. But the real season will be a bit different. But certainly, as you mentioned, good to get back on the SCG, and for some of our young players, it'll be their first hit out. So I'm sure they'll be excited, and hopefully we get off to a good start. That's all I'm looking forward to.